Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Jeray Pearson, and I am a life transformation strategist and health and weight loss coach. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit. I've heard seems like everybody's sick right now. So I've heard a lot of people, my neighbor, everybody seems to be kind of battling some sort of illness, but stomach flu is going around right now. Pretty prevalent here in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm sure across the country, as well as all the common colds and flus, which lead to sometimes, some of the infections like pneumonia and other things. So this was an important one, and I thought I'd hop on and talk about it. So the first thing that we kind of think about in the wintertime, we start getting sicker in the wintertime, and the first thing that's sort of obvious is that vitamin D levels go down drastically when we have less sunlight time during the day. So our vitamin D starts decreasing pretty rapidly over, September, October, November. And so by December, we're pretty deficient in our vitamin D. So that is a thing. And I don't want to, I don't want to make light of the realness of vitamin D deficiency because in the Pacific Northwest, they say that 90 to 95% of the population has vitamin D deficiency over the winter. So, if you were to go to a doctor and find out that you had vitamin D deficiency, all they're going to do is supplement you with high dosages of vitamin D for a while, and then you decrease the dosage but maintain. And I've heard from different doctors anywhere between 30,000 to 60,000 a day of vitamin D in order to get your levels back up for about 5 to 7 days, and then reduce that down to about 5,000 a day over the winter. So that is what I've heard, what I've been told, and what I've read and found. So, and that's what I do for myself. So shifting gears a little bit, we think about when we're getting out of the summer, what typically happens when summer comes to a close and, winter starts moving in and temperatures start getting a little bit colder. We don't have access to as much fresh produce, as much fresh fruits and vegetables as we, as we did in the summertime when it was just everywhere, And so we start kind of cutting down. I'm going to share this video real quick. So we start cutting down on our fruits and vegetables, not necessarily on purpose, just because they become less available and, harder to find in the grocery store and all of that. But, so there's a couple things that happen when we do this. We start reducing our amount of vegetables that we're eating and increasing that with other things that are typically processed, some type of processed foods. So I'm talking like, all of the processed foods that break down our gut health. So processed sugars, we usually generally start increasing those as winter happens at the same time as decreasing the fruits and vegetables. And so our gut health starts to go down. And gut health is related to all autoimmunity and immunity issues in our body. So if your gut villi and your intestinal tract starts being broken down, you don't absorb the nutrients that you would regularly. So that is one thing that's happening. But I think even bigger than that is our lack of antioxidants. So we get our antioxidants from our fruits and veggies, and when we cut those out, we are bombarding our system with free radicals, essentially. So free radicals are going to be there regardless, because every time we breathe, this goes back to biology, cellular respiration. By breathing, we're creating free radicals in our body. A free radical is an unstable atom that needs an electron, and it takes those electrons from your cells or wherever it can get them from, but generally it's from your cells, and it causes your cells to destabilize. So and when a cell is destabilized is really when you're allowing illness to take charge of your cells. So there was this really cool, let me see if I can show you. There was this really cool article, Dr. Marcola, I love him. He's one of the people that really does his homework and shares some really good advice about this. And so one of the things that he talks about, I mean, he talks about antioxidants all the time, but when in reading some of the things that he was talking about, the fruits and vegetables, so without the fruits and vegetables, we're bombarded by our free radicals, and those free radicals are only mitigated by antioxidants. So the only way that you can you can fix the amount of free radicals in your body, you can improve the amount of free radicals in your body so that you're not getting as sick, is to bombard those with your fruits and vegetables and your antioxidants. Having said that, so vitamin C. So vitamin C, we've known about vitamin C forever. It's our grandparents have been, telling us about it from the dawn of time. And the reason, so vitamin C is one of the antioxidants. So the reason vitamin C works so well on mitigating our illnesses is because it's antioxidants. Just like we also hear about elderberry syrup or palm juice or acai berry. Those are all really high in antioxidants. In the Pacific Northwest, we can also go to huckleberries. Huckleberries are higher in antioxidants than even acai berries or blueberries are. So if you have any of those in your freezer, you can even make syrup out of huckleberries for the flu season, just like you do with elderberry syrup. So I have just found that if I am, and my clients, when we are really heavy into any sort of a challenge or something, and we're really good about eating our fruits and veggies and, staying on track, we're much less ill. So it's not just the vitamin D, it's a mixture of all of these things. It's a mixture of our poor gut health, because we don't have we're not putting the nutrients, we're not clean eating. We start, around October, before Halloween and everything in the United States, we start kind of allowing ourselves to have more sugar, or typically that's what happens. And then the holidays come around in November and December, and it's a lot of breads and glutens and processed foods that are known to cut down the villi in our gut and keep us from absorbing our nutrients the way that we're supposed to. So the best way to keep ourselves healthy over winter is to start being proactive in August and September, and realize that, if when we stop eating our fruits and veggies as much, because we're not grilling as much, we don't have them everywhere, they're more expensive, in the winter time, and so people stop buying as much fruits and vegetables over the winter time. It's not just the vitamin D. The antioxidants is a huge part of this, and we have to. Hey, Robin, see you pretty soon. But so if we can just think about, instead of just thinking about vitamin supplementation, start thinking about continuing to eat the fresh fruits and veggies over the winter time. And I know we don't all can our own vegetables and whatever, but we can do our best. So I would, if you could just start increasing, and I say this for weight loss and for everything else, if you could just start increasing your fruits and vegetables, it's going to have a huge impact on your health, because you will automatically stop eating the other, some of the other stuff that isn't as healthy for you. And it balances out your plate a little bit and makes it more doable. And of course, always focusing on the things that you can have instead of the things that you can't have is definitely going to make your whole process more successful as well. So yes, vitamin D is fantastic. And if you are just popping on here, I love canning too, and preserving and drying and all of it. But now that I work from home, I get to do more of that next year, so I'm super excited about it. But if you can just start working more of that stuff in, it's going to affect your health tremendously. And and make the whole process easier. So if you are someone who says, I just don't like vegetables, then find ones that you do like. You know, there's always, you know, I deal with this with my youngest, who's a super picky eater, and he will spend years adamant that he hates something, and then all of a sudden he loves it because one of his friends had him try it or something, you know, and it's the same with adults. We do the same thing. But if you go through the produce section of your grocery store and see things that you've never tried before, then you cannot tell me that you don't like vegetables, right? That's, you know, we're just kind of going back to our childhood ways of stubbornness, right, with our eating. So kind of try and get out of that and start thinking about how you can. And if you have never juiced before, juicing has changed my life. For it was one of the first things probably 5 or 6 years ago it was the first time I ever felt like a ton of energy from just fruits and vegetables. I should say vegetables because I only juice lemons in my you know, in my greens. I don't do fruits. But if you are sick, you know, I make my kids fresh apple juice. I do the juicing with apple juice and maybe some ginger in there, any way to get some antioxidants in them. And when you're sick and you don't want to eat, I can usually get something like that down them, you know, so that helps. So, you know, find tricks to get your vegetables in, and know that vegetables aren't the vegetables we were eating 20 years ago. Our soil has, you know, been depleted, and we're not eating the same nutrients that we were. So some supplementation is going to be necessary, and vitamin D and vitamin C this time of year are definitely two of them that I recommend. Zinc is another one that's really good for your immune system. And then probiotics, if you are someone that doesn't eat very many fruits and vegetables over the winter, then I would definitely consider doing some sort of a probiotic, and doing your homework on those supplements, making sure that they're ones that you're going to assimilate into your body, and that they're the little bit higher end. If you are just buying over, you know, over-the-counter type supplements, a lot of the times we're only getting, you know, 25 to 50% of that actual vitamin by the time it goes through our system. So just know that those are some of the things to be aware of. But like I said, elderberry syrup, if you have frozen huckleberries, huckleberries are really super high in antioxidants. So get some of those out and eat some of those if you're sick. That's going to help you a lot as well. So blueberries, huckleberries, any of the berries, acai berries, you can find cool little packs in the like organic. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher it. Sambucon. I can't remember what is it? Anyway, it's the acai berry, like it's a company that sells like all the acai berry stuff, and I have packs in my freezer to just do smoothies with if I feel like I need more antioxidants or my kids get sick or anything like that. I can have those. Even this time of year, even to do one of those a couple times a week would be really beneficial for getting your antioxidants in. There's also antioxidant powders you can buy and stuff like that, all super helpful. So all right, so I hope that was helpful. I just saw some friends this morning were sick, and it's easier to do a video sometimes than just make a post and know that, you know, it's faster this way. So, so good to see all of you guys. Hi, Lori, Amanda, Robin, all you guys, Denise. Thanks for watching, and I will pop back in here in the next, probably, you know, we got the holiday weekend, so it probably won't be until next Tuesday or so, unless I do a quick happy holidays or Merry Christmas video or something. But, and you know where to find me if you need me. I also, if you're not in my group, I'll drop a link below where you can sign up or just join my group. It's a totally free group, but we are the 1st through the 5th of January starting a free 5-day it's a high vibe from the inside program, where we're setting up our nutrition program for 2018 for over those 5 days. So I'm doing just free coaching for that first week, and every day doing live videos and coaching everybody on how to set up their year for successful weight loss and then weight management once you get there. So and then also I have my academy coming up. My 12-week academy starts the 8th of January. And that is a 12-week academy, and I am letting a handful of people do it for 6 weeks instead of 12 weeks. So if you just want the nutritional component in the first 6 weeks of that, then I'm splitting that up for some people that said that they wanted to do that. And so there's a lower, and I did lower the price on my academy as well. So it works out to like I think it's like $140 for a month or whatever for those months. And then I've got my one-on-one coaching. I have a couple slots available in January. I only have 2 slots available in January because I am running 2 different programs that month, so I don't have a lot of time left. So so if you need me for anything, you know where to reach me, and I will talk to you guys ASAP super soon. Bye.